Hello, welcome. So let us see applications of diode. There are various applications of diode: rectifiers, voltage regulator, clipper, clamper, voltage multiplier, switch, etc. So let us see rectifiers. So rectifier is an electronic circuit which converts pure AC into pulsating DC, or it converts bidirectional waveform into unidirectional waveform. So this pure AC and pulsating DC, we have seen properties of pure AC and pulsating DC in previous lecture. So this rectifier is used to convert pure AC into pulsating DC. Rectifiers are of two types: low voltage rectifier and high voltage rectifier. Low voltage rectifier provides low DC output voltage, which is a few of volts or tens of volts, and low voltage rectifier contains diodes, and high voltage rectifier provides high DC voltage, which is hundreds of volts, and high voltage rectifier contains SCR, which is silicon controlled rectifier. Now in our syllabus we have low voltage rectifiers. Low voltage rectifiers these are of two types: half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. And this full wave rectifiers are again two types. One is central tapped full wave rectifier and bridge tapped full wave rectifier. Central tapped full wave rectifier and bridge full wave rectifier. Low voltage rectifiers require a step down transformer to reduce the strength of AC voltage. So a step down transformer this is primary winding of step down transformer, and this is secondary winding of step down transformer. Its primary winding has number of turns N1 and secondary winding has number of turns N2, and V1 is voltage at primary side and V2 is voltage at secondary side. Then N1 by N2 is V1 by V2. In rectifiers, we don't need much more detail of step down transformer. This is enough for us. So this step down transformer is used for two reasons. First one, to obtain low DC output voltage, and second is to protect diode. So step down transformer is used to obtain low DC output voltage from rectifier, and second is to protect diode which have a smaller breakdown voltage. To protect diode, because diode has a smaller breakdown voltage. We are going to start with half wave rectifier. Half wave rectifier. So this is our step down transformer. This is diode. This is load resistance RL. This is current I. Here we have output voltage V0. This is input or voltage in secondary winding. We are seeing VI. And here at input we will give pure AC 220 volt RMS and with 50 Hz frequency. Here N1 and 2 for step down transformer. N1 is greater than N2, V1 is greater than V2. This 220 volt is line voltage and 50 Hz is called line frequency. Let us say this VI is Vm sin omega naught t, or it is Vm sin alpha. This Vm is peak value and Vm by root 2 will be RMS value. And omega naught, which is 2 pi f naught, this is line frequency. This omega naught and f naught both are line frequency. Omega naught is in radian per second and f naught is in hertz. So we can see that input is sinusoidal waveform. So in positive time domain, this sine wave can represent as now we have to calculate V0. So to calculate V0, let us understand the working of this half wave rectifier. So let us understand the working of half wave rectifier. So let us say this is alpha not t, because waveform is sin alpha or sin omega not t. So let us say this is alpha. So when alpha is between 0 and pi, Vi is positive. When alpha is between 0 and pi, this is our first case. When alpha is between 0 to pi, Vi is positive. and we know when Vi is positive, here plus and minus, then this diode will be on. Diode will be on. And as diode is on, let us say this is ideal diode, so it will be short circuit. So now secondary winding will look like, the circuits of secondary winding will look like, here this diode will be short circuit, and this is our load resistance RL, plus minus this is Vi, this is plus minus V0. So we can see this V0 will be nearly equal to Vi in 0 to pi. So let us plot here, this V0 will be equal to Vi when alpha is between 0 to pi. Now in second cycle of this sinusoidal wave, when alpha is between pi to 2 pi, Vi will be negative. This Vi is negative in pi to 2 pi, and when Vi is negative, this diode will be off. As Vi became minus plus, then this diode became off. Diode will be off. Let us say this is ideal diode, so it will be open circuit. So now a secondary winding circuit will look like, this diode will be open circuit. This is load resistance RL. So this is V0. V0 will be 0 when alpha is between pi to 2 pi. Here Vi is negative, then V0 will be 0. So plot this V0 as 0 in pi to 2 pi, and this will repeat in another period from 2 pi to 3 pi. Vi is positive, so V0 will be Vi, and from 3 pi to 4 pi, again same, Vi will be negative and V0 will be 0. So this will be output of half wave rectifier, this is input of half wave rectifier. So now we are going to see analysis of half wave rectifier. First we will see instantaneous output current. So as we have seen, for alpha 0 to pi, diode is in forward bias, means diode is on. Let us say forward bias resistance of diode is Rf. Diode is forward bias. Assume forward bias resistance of diode so this will be Rf, this is RL, and Vi is positive. Assume current in the circuit is I and apply KVL. So Vi minus IRF minus IRL will be 0. Vi will be I RF plus RL. So this I will be, Vi is Vm sin alpha upon Rf plus RL. Let us say this is Im sin alpha. We are assuming this Vm upon Rf plus RL as Im. Assume this Vm upon Rf plus RL as Im and write it as Im sin alpha. Now in next cycle, when alpha is pi to 2 pi, then V naught will be 0. So we can see that what is current, instantaneous output current. Current I is Im sin alpha for alpha 0 to pi, and it is 0 to alpha pi to 2 pi. We can plot it in this way. Alpha, this is I, this is 0 to pi to 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi. So this is our instantaneous output current. Next is DC output current. So DC value IDC can be written as area upon time period. So the time period of given waveform is 2 pi. So IDC will be 1 upon 2 pi. Area under the curve will be 0 to 2 pi I d alpha 1 upon 2 pi. As 0 to pi, its value is Im sin alpha d alpha, and pi to 2 pi, its value is 0. So this IDC will be Im upon pi. Third is RMS output current. So IRMS can be written as root mean square value. IRMS we can write as root 1 upon 2 pi 0 to 2 pi mean I square d alpha. So this will be 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to pi, because from pi to 2 pi its value is 0. I is Im sin alpha whole square d alpha. When we will solve this, it will come Im by 2. It will be Im by 2. Next is RMS value of AC component. Means IRMS of AC component. So we know this output of a rectifier is pulsating DC. It means this I is combination of AC and DC. So it is IDC plus, let us say, this IRMS, or let us say this is only, let us say this is I dash, which is IAC. So we have to find RMS value of this I dash. So let us say this is only I dash. So this I dash is AC component and this is DC component. So this AC component I dash will be I minus I DC, total current minus DC current, and its RMS value I dash RMS root mean will be 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi I dash square d alpha. It will be upon 0 to pi I dash is I minus I DC whole square d alpha 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi I square plus I DC square minus 2I I DC d alpha. So it is under root 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi I square d alpha plus I DC square into 2 pi minus 2 I DC integration 0 to 2 pi I d alpha. This under root is up to here. So now this I dash RMS square will be, this will be 1 upon 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi I square d alpha became I RMS square, and this will be I DC square, 2 pi will cancel out, and this will be minus 2 I DC, this will be 1 upon 2 pi 0 to 2 pi I d alpha, it will be again I DC, so minus 2 I DC square, so it will be I RMS square plus I DC square minus 2 I DC square. I RMS square I DC square minus 2 I DC square. So I dash RMS means RMS value of AC component will be I RMS square minus I DC square. This is a square of RMS value of AC component, or I dash RMS is under root I RMS square minus I DC square. This RMS I dash RMS is recorded by an AC emitter, hence I dash RMS is called reading of AC emitter. This is reading of AC emitter, and I DC is reading of DC emitter. Next is ripple factor. So ripple represents the unwanted AC component in the output. It represents the unwanted AC component in the output of rectifier. Ripple factor is a measure of amount of AC component. It is a measure of amount of AC component. Mathematically, ripple factor R is I dash RMS upon IDC or V dash RMS upon VDC. So we know the value of I dash RMS is under root I RMS square minus IDC square upon IDC. So it is under root of IRMS upon IDC square minus 1. Now put the value of IRMS and IDC, we will get ripple factor of half wave rectifier as 1.21. Next is input power. PI. Input power is average value of the product of instantaneous voltage across secondary winding and instantaneous current across secondary winding. It is average value of the product of instantaneous voltage across secondary winding and instantaneous current through secondary winding. So PI is average value of instantaneous voltage and current in secondary winding. So we know voltage is IRF plus RL, where RF is forward by the resistance of diode. So it will be RF plus RL will come outside upon 2 pi integration 0 to 2 pi I square d alpha. It is IRMS square RF plus RL. This is instantaneous power.